Joining me now is Lieutenant Chris Olivarez. He is a spokesperson for the Texas Department of Safety. Chris, nice to see you. Nice to speak with you as always. That reporting there from Allie, it was on this show Friday evening, and when Allie said that, I said, "What? Come again? Weaponized drones?" If that is indeed the case, which I'm sure it is, as Allie reports, what does it say about our fight against the cartels and how we can win it?
Great to be with you, Blake. So, of course, that reporting by Ali really shows how the cartels have evolved over the years, how they've been able to increase their communications technology now with these drones that have the capabilities of actually dropping explosives. It really shows how much more these cartels have evolved, and the threat level has increased even more so now. It's not just between rival cartels and the military in Mexico, it's also threats against law enforcement. Anytime there's a credible source or credible threat made towards law enforcement from the cartels, and we take that very serious, especially when we talk about weaponized drones, how close that we work so close to the border and the close proximity to these cartels, and how we actually come across these cartels on a daily basis by working so close to the border. It's a really volatile situation, and that's why having these additional resources, Texas National Guard, the soldiers that are deployed under federal orders, more Border Patrol agents, really is going to help take this fight to the cartels. But it is also a challenging situation as well when you have this type of technology the cartels are able to use and the threats against law enforcement.
Yeah, Lieutenant, though, we now have U.S. troops, more troops down at the border. Is it the military that has to take them on to fight the cartels and win, if that is indeed the case?
It's going to take much more than that. It's law enforcement. It's also military, but also Mexico. Of course, now we know that the government of Mexico is going to deploy 10,000 soldiers to the northern border. But what concerns me as a police officer, I'd like to see more soldiers at the southern border that actually can stop illegal border crossings between Mexico and Guatemala, and also use some of those soldiers to actually go after the cartels in a more strategic manner, locate some of these clandestine labs within Mexico that are mass producing fentanyl, also methamphetamine, other illicit chemical drugs that are being smuggled across the border. That in itself will be far more effective. Now, we've seen over the years how the Mexican military has allowed these large caravans that have been able to traverse through Mexico, make their way to the U.S. border. So I want to see exactly what they're going to be used, how efficient they're going to be used. But to take the fight to the cartels, we have to go into the interior and actually locate some of these labs and actually shut down some of these labs so they're not able to produce these deadly drugs.
Here was the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, earlier today, and I'll get your reaction on the other side. He said that on the southern border, he was asked about mission accomplished, and mission accomplished, he said, is operational control, making sure we have operational control at the border. What do you make of the Defense Secretary's appearance down there at the southern border today?
Well, I think it's great to have, the Secretary of Defense come to the border, speak to the soldiers, speak to the troops, see what the concerns are, see what the threats are, and actually get an actual visual of what's happening along the border. But he's absolutely correct.